Samu Omorodion. Chelsea has finalised a £34.5 million agreement for the striker, allowing Gallagher to transfer in the opposite direction for the same amount on a 5-year contract. The departure of Omorodion would have necessitated a replacement for Atletico, who had reached an £82 million agreement for Manchester City's Alvarez. However, Omorodion's transfer has now fallen through due to contractual complications, prompting Chelsea and Atletico to explore the possibility of bringing Joao Felix back to London, following his loan stint at Stamford Bridge in 2020-23, to address the transfer situation. Meanwhile, Manchester City remains optimistic that the Alvarez deal will proceed. Atletico has committed to an upfront payment of £64 million, along with an additional £17 million in potential add-ons for Alvarez, which would set a record sale for City and yield a significant profit on the £14 million they invested in the Argentina forward from River Plate in January 2022. During this transfer window, Chelsea has already secured the signings of Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall, Philip Jorgensen, Amari Kellyman, Aaron Anselmino, Renato Vega, Caleb Wiley, Mark Geraint Toussaint, and Adebayor. Additionally, a deal has been reached for Palmeiras young talent Estevão Willian, who will join the club next summer. Omorodion netted 8 goals in 35 La Liga appearances last season, while on loan at Deportivo Alaves. Chelsea was unable to reach an agreement with Gallagher regarding new contract terms to retain him at Stamford Bridge, and the midfielder completed the initial phase of his medical with Atletico last week, including a visit to the club's Metropolitano Stadium. Manchester United is reportedly nearing an agreement with Bruno Fernandes regarding an extension of his contract with the club. The captain is poised to secure his future at Old Trafford, signalling a strong commitment from Ineos. Since joining from Sporting CP in 2020, Fernandes has been one of the team's most reliable players, making over 230 appearances and contributing 79 goals along with 66 assists. According to Fabrizio Romano, a new deal has been agreed upon, which will keep Fernandes at the club until June 2027, with an option to extend until 2028, coinciding with his 33rd birthday. Mason Mount, who joined United last year for a larger overall package than Fernandes, has made 9 starts and scored once since his £60 million transfer from Chelsea. The new contract could elevate Fernandes, who will turn 30 next month, to the status of United's highest-paid player, prior to a 25% salary reduction due to the club's failure to qualify for the Champions League. Marcus Rashford and Casemiro were the only players earning over £300,000 per week. Fernandes, who won the Sir Matt Busby Player of the Year award for the 3rd time in 5 seasons in 2023-24, scored 15 goals and provided 13 assists last season. When he signed his previous contract in 2022, it only extended the term by a year, but United recognised his significant contributions during his first 2 seasons and agreed to a substantial salary increase. Tammy Abraham. Reports indicate that Roma is seeking £25.7 million for the England international, while the Toffees may be on the verge of securing another striker. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has become a significant topic of discussion at Goodison Park, particularly as he approaches the final year of his contract. Sean Dyche has acknowledged that every player has a valuation, yet the striker has recently shown promising goal-scoring ability as the new Premier League season approaches. But there are notable injury concerns regarding the Roma forward, who has expressed his desire to remain and compete for his position under Daniele De Rossi. With just 1 week remaining before the season kicks off, it seems Dyche is content with his current squad, alongside the potential addition to bolster the attack. This is certainly a situation to monitor, as Thelwell remains actively engaged at Goodison Park. Joao Felix. Chelsea has reportedly initiated discussions with Atletico Madrid regarding a surprising transfer for the Portugal international. The 2 clubs are engaged in negotiations for Joao Felix, following the last-minute cancellation of Samu Omorodion's £35 million transfer. Chelsea had previously reached an agreement to acquire the 20-year-old forward, marking their 11th signing of the summer under Enzo Maresca, with a medical examination scheduled and a long-term contract prepared for the Spanish youth international. However, reports from Spain surfaced on Sunday night indicating that the deal had fallen through, prompting Chelsea to redirect their attention towards securing Felix as part of a complex swap arrangement involving Conor Gallagher. According to Fabrizio Romano, Omorodions' anticipated transfer to Stamford Bridge is now 100% off due to significant issues that arose during the negotiations. Nevertheless, both clubs are determined to ensure that their transactions for Gallagher and Julian Alvarez proceed smoothly. In light of the collapse of the Omorodion deal, they have proposed Felix as an alternative option to generate funds for the Gallagher transfer, with Chelsea engaging in talks with his agent, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Manchester United defender Aaron Wan-Bissaka is anticipated to finalise his transfer to West Ham shortly, according to Mail Sport. The right back is scheduled to undergo a medical examination before officially signing at the London Stadium, with reports suggesting the total deal is valued at £15 million. Wan-Bissaka has 1 year remaining on his contract with United but may receive a financial settlement as the club is willing to compensate him for the decrease in his salary at West Ham. Initially, there were concerns regarding personal terms, however. Negotiations have advanced swiftly in recent days, marking the conclusion of the defender's 5-year tenure at Old Trafford. During his time with the Red Devils, Wan-Bissaka made 191st team appearances and netted 2 goals after his £50 million transfer from Crystal Palace in 2019. Matthijs de Ligt and Noussair Mazraoui. Manchester United has finalised an agreement to acquire Matthijs de Ligt and has also settled on a fee for Noussair Mazraoui, as the club approaches a remarkable double acquisition from Bayern Munich that is expected to significantly enhance Erik ten Hag's defensive lineup, according to Mail Sport. The club has reached a consensus with Bayern for centre-back de Ligt, who will be joining for a fee of £43 million and is set to undergo a medical examination shortly. The Red Devils will make an initial payment of approximately £38 million, with an additional £5 million contingent on performance-related add-ons. De Ligt, a prominent target for Ten Hag this summer, is anticipated to sign a 5-year contract that includes an option for a 1-year extension. Additionally, Bayern has accepted a £17 million offer from United for full-back Mazraoui, which consists of £13 million upfront along with £4 million in potential bonuses, successfully securing the 26-year-old player. Fabio Carvalho. Brentford has finalised an agreement valued at up to £27.5 million to acquire promising Liverpool prospect Fabio Carvalho. The 21-year-old has attracted significant interest this summer, with clubs like Leicester and Southampton making formal inquiries. However, he has chosen to join the West London side, which is a rival to his previous club, Fulham. The deal includes a fee that could escalate to £27.5 million, and Liverpool has secured a 17.5% sell-on clause should the Portugal-born player transfer again. Fulham, where Carvalho rose to prominence before his move to Liverpool in 2022, stands to benefit financially from this transaction, receiving 20% of the profits from the difference between his £5 million transfer to Liverpool and the total sale price of £27.5 million. During the Reds' tour in the United States, Carvalho expressed to reporters his intention to remain Anfield, although new head coach Arne Slot indicated that his optimal position would be as a left winger, despite Carvalho's preference to play as a No.10. Dominic Solanke to Tottenham. Deal agreed for £65 million package, add-ons included record fee. Solanke set to travel for medical after contract until June 2030 agreed days ago. Tottenham Hotspur may be on the verge of forming a new dynamic duo reminiscent of Dele Alli and Harry Kane. With the potential acquisition of Jacob Ramsey. Tottenham is reportedly preparing a bid of £19 million along with Giovanni Lo Celso to secure the services of Aston Villa's promising talent, Jacob Ramsey, this summer. The anticipated arrival of Solanke could significantly enhance this objective, as he would provide Spurs with a high-caliber striker, a role that has remained unfilled since Kane's departure. Pedro Neto. Chelsea continues to astonish many with their aggressive approach in the transfer market, having secured a significant signing. The Blues have executed a surprising behind-the-scenes deal for Pedro Neto, reaching an agreement with Wolves for the 24-year-old Premier League winger. Chelsea will pay a fixed fee of €60 million, along with an additional €3 million in performance-related bonuses, as Enzo Maresca acquires the wide attacker he has been seeking. This acquisition may come as a surprise, given the number of wingers already at Stamford Bridge, but Neto's addition could signal the potential departure of one of the current players. Noni Madueke is still rumoured to be linked with Newcastle United, and this transfer could materialise as Chelsea aims to balance their finances with a significant sale. Neto's signing also raises questions for other players, including Mykhailo Mudryk and Raheem Sterling, as either could also be on the move. Julian Araujo. Bournemouth is set to acquire a promising defender, having made significant progress in negotiations for Julian Araujo over the past few days. Reports indicate that they have successfully outmaneuvered competition from clubs such as Manchester United and Tottenham for the PS10 million transfer of the 22-year-old, although Tottenham may have posed a more substantial challenge. The sporting project at Bournemouth likely proved appealing to Araujo, who may envision himself flourishing under the guidance of Iraola. The Cherries have already bolstered their squad with the signings of Ines Unal and Luis Sinisterra, and they recently secured Dean Huijsen from Juventus, enhancing the strength of their transfer window. They are now on the brink of acquiring 22-year-old Barcelona talent Julian Araujo to fortify their defense. The Mexican international enjoyed a successful season in La Liga while on loan at Las Palmas, and is now poised to make the leap to the Premier League. Maxence Lacroix. Crystal Palace is approaching the final stages of negotiations to acquire VfL Wolfsburg centre-back Maxence Lacroix, as the South London club prepares for the possible exit of Marc Guéhi to Newcastle United. Anticipating Guéhi's departure, Palace has acted swiftly to find a suitable replacement. As reported by Team Talk's transfer correspondent, Rudy Galletti, discussions with Wolfsburg regarding Lacroix are nearing completion. The French defender, who has just 1 year left on his contract with the Bundesliga side, has shown a keen interest in pursuing a new opportunity, leading VfL Wolfsburg to pursue a transfer rather than risk losing him without compensation next summer. Dominic Solanke. Dominic Solanke to Tottenham, deal agreed for £65 million package, add-ons included record fee. Solanke set to travel for medical after contract until June 2030 agreed days ago. Tottenham Hotspur may be on the verge of forming a new dynamic duo reminiscent of Dele Alli and Harry Kane. With the potential acquisition of Jacob Ramsey. Tottenham is reportedly preparing a bid of £19 million along with Giovanni Lo Celso to secure the services of Aston Villa's promising talent, Jacob Ramsey, this summer. The anticipated arrival of Solanke could significantly enhance this objective, as he would provide Spurs with a high-caliber striker, a role that has remained unfilled since Kane's departure. David De Gea has marked his return to professional football after a 14-month hiatus by signing a 1-year contract with Fiorentina. The goalkeeper had been without a team since Manchester United allowed him to depart following the conclusion of his contract in 2023, opting instead to sign Andre Onana as his successor. De Gea has now made the move to Italy, reportedly accepting a significant pay reduction to resume his playing career. Having spent over a decade at Old Trafford, he was anticipated to make a swift return to the sport after leaving Manchester, but did not receive offers that enticed him back. The Spaniard is scheduled to be introduced to the Italian press on Monday and may make his debut for Fiorentina against Parma on August 17th. De Gea hinted at his transfer to Florence by sharing a photo of a Purple Heart on social media.